Maybe I should zoom in. These are backticks, so these are doing formatting. That's just logging, sorry. These things. So the messages are just strings. The private messages in this channel. Correct, okay. This is annoying. The lines are too long to fit. Lines are too long to fit. Maybe I should just... No, the lines are too long to fit on the screen. That's great. Nice job. That's where I think chat is a good start. The setup with WebSocket is a little complex, but after that, you're just sending and reading strings. That's cool. I thought it would be a lot harder, honestly. So case parse messages command parse. Replace with the code from the example message parser. Okay, thank you. The hardest part is understanding what to send and when, but the code helps a lot. Okay. So I think because they have a ping. So if the message is a ping, you have to respond to it with the pong. Otherwise, I guess you would be disconnected, right? So this is the parser, yeah. Then this is probably just using okay, so they're finding the space and then they're slicing on the space. Yeah, so this is just extracting the ID. The parser is probably hardest, but you can check existing lib if there's some suitable one. Okay. I really don't like how they do the if cases. It's backwards. Oh, okay. This one. Yeah, that's not... It's breaking the style from these ones. And this one as well. So this one and this one, they're backwards, yeah. Yoda notation, is that a thing? That can't be a good thing to get in a code review, I guess. You've been using too much Yoda notation. Me like not. It's really funny because in JavaScript you can get away with things that are a big no-no in every other language, like this one. Because this index is pointing to after. So the incrementing the index, I think that index is the space, right? No, it's the index after the initial. Okay, so if it starts with a colon, then increment it. Which is, what do you call it? It's like an out of bounds error. And this is a big no-no in every other language. But since they're using it for slice and index off, they will just return undefined or null, I think, if it's out of range, so it doesn't matter. But it's kind of funny when you if your first language isn't JavaScript, those kind of things scare you when you see them. At least they do me. Incrementing indices. I'm doing something similar in the to-do bot as well. So I'm using a slice and just ignoring out of range because it will find. And also no, never mind. That was an issue. Okay, so they just. It would be nice if they had like some example IRC strings. Parse command equals null. Command part, so this splitting and spaces. And the first one. Here you're parsing syntactically correct messages, so you can assume some stuff. For example, after there's still at least one character. Yeah. But I think with the so if you just pass it like some ridiculously large index, like way past the string, nothing happens. You just get an empty string back. So that's what that was the thing I was trying to say. If you're using slice, it doesn't matter if your index is way past the string, because nothing bad will happen. You will just get an empty string, and that's really nice. In other languages, that's like a value error or something similar, something that will throw and you have to catch it. But in JavaScript, it just doesn't care. So yeah, I guess you can assume that these are correct too. I would rather have an error than empty string. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, maybe it's if you actually wanted an error, it can be really hard to get it. I've had that struggle in Python when I'm using NumPy, because NumPy is really bad at throwing warnings or just throwing errors in general. So yeah, so with NumPy it's really hard to figure out if something was wrong. So yeah, I can understand you. if you actually want the error, it's probably really hard to get it. It's interesting that they have both numeric and what they call these ones. Numerical strings, yeah, and command strings, I guess these are called. I don't know. It's interesting that there's a mixture of numerical strings like status codes and actual like messages, I guess, command messages. So this parse command isn't doing a whole lot then. It's mostly just for debugging. And if there's a valid command, it just returns that command. And if that command can have a second part, it will return the second part as well, okay? Or it can have 3 parts. All right. So we can both parse tags and messages. And what are tags? Parse the tag components of the IRC message. Parse message. So there's a message and there's a command and there's tags. And there's a source. And there's parameters. Okay. Parse the tags for each tag. I had some older example of IRC message from chat. I think they're still relevant. Let's see. I try to move my cursor to the laptop again. That's okay. So they start with the colon and a nickname and a message.